Hello and welcome back, everybody. I'm Lex, and today we are talking about crypto, everybody's favorite topic. Let's get started. Everybody wants to know what the hell is going on. What is it? What does it do? Why do people buy it? Is it a bubble? How do I buy? All these questions. It's a crazy, crazy world out there, and I'm here to help you find your way. We'll start off first by discussing what exactly is crypto and why is it valuable. Then we'll move on to opening an exchange account and buying your first crypto. We'll talk about uses for your crypto, staking it and doing things with it. And also I'll give you a few pointers on how you should think about investing in this space. That's it. Let's get started. Okay, so number one, what exactly is crypto? Well, honestly, everyone defines it a bit differently, but for me, I think of crypto as a value experiment. So how exactly do we define what is valuable? Now, money as it is, regular money like the dollar or the euro, it's valuable mainly because it is backed by our government's full faith and credit. And what that means is that they guarantee its value. And they guarantee that value through laws, through guns and wars. They have a monopoly on using force, so that is something that they can use to enforce the value of the dollar or the euro. Now, in history, those currencies used to be backed by assets like gold. That is not the case anymore. Governments back their currencies using different measures, and the measures that I listed are just some of them. And the central bank's job is basically to guarantee the value and the stability of the currency. However, here's where crypto comes. The crypto community comes and says, we're going to create our own value. We don't want governments messing with our money. Because central banks print money, change interest rates, they can play however they want with the value and with the dynamic of the currency. The crypto community said, no, we're not doing that anymore. We want the governance of our currency to be in our own hands. So the idea of crypto is that no central body or no one person can control the value. The value and what is done with that currency, how it's governed, is determined completely and entirely by its community. And that's how they govern it. It is the most democratic system possible because every currency holder has the right to vote on how that currency will move forward in the future. And decentralization is the main thing about crypto. The point is that people who are involved in the cryptocurrency community, they want to make sure that their currency is as decentralized as possible. So there are people who use and hold it all over the globe. It's not just centered in one place or controlled by one entity, because that can potentially have some dangerous implications. So why is it valuable? Well, there are a couple of main reasons, and everyone has a different definition of what and how they see as valuable. But here are the main ones. First, it is uncontrollable by one single entity or government. Second, you only need the internet and a phone to use it. While with traditional bank accounts, you need to go and open an account, submit a lot of documents. Here, you only need to have your phone and the internet. And that opens up a lot of banking capabilities for people who are in third world countries where opening a bank account is very difficult. Third reason is it is cheap and extremely fast to use. Most transactions cost mere cents and are pretty much instant, so you can send any amount you want anywhere in the world. Therefore, someone in Africa can send money to someone in the States without having to go through a bank or Western Union where they would charge them insane fees just to do that simple task. That is not the case with crypto. And number 4 is something that is beginning to be more and more apparent, is that people are counting on crypto as a hedge against inflation. Inflation is a very hot topic right now, and it's completely understandable because it is going really crazy right now. It's 6.8% is the latest data that we had. It is more than everybody expected, and people are worried, and a lot of people are betting that crypto can hedge against inflation, at least to an extent. And I personally agree with all these 4 reasons, and that's why I'm invested in crypto. Now, if all of what I said sounds compelling to you and you want to give this crypto thing a shot, that is something that I will show you how to do in this video. But first, I need to discuss a few disclaimers. The crypto world is still very small and therefore it is very volatile. Currently, the market cap of the whole crypto market is smaller than the market cap of Apple. So the whole crypto market is smaller than one single company. And that is important because the smaller a market is, the more volatile it is and the more easier to manipulate it is. So you need to bear in mind when you go into crypto, it's not going to make you rich like that. No, it doesn't work that way. I know there are stories of people on the internet getting rich really fast on crypto, but this is not the point of this community. Yes, we're all here to make money, but if you expect to get rich quick, I'm sorry, you will most likely lose a lot of money in this market. You need to deploy a lot of patience and be willing to ride through a lot of volatility because that thing is a given in this sort of market. Irregular dips of 30-40% are completely normal, but it scares a lot of people out of the markets and makes them lose their hard-earned cash. Actually, we are in a dip of such proportions right now as well. The market hit all-time high about 5 weeks ago and now we are in a downtrend. A lot of people are scared. The fear and greed index is deeply into fear territory right now. And since there are about 55% new investors in the crypto community, this is official data, most of these new investors and retail investors such as myself are easier to scare and easier to manipulate into selling at a lower price than they purchased. And that is what some entities in this space try to do and rely on doing. There are big companies and big players which are called whales, which have the opportunity and the ability to manipulate these markets. And if you play into their game, you will lose, obviously. So you need to have your own strategy. And what I think is the best strategy is the one that I deploy into stock investing as well. And that is just to buy and hold and not let the volatility of the markets rattle you. And one more thing, you should be willing to lose absolutely every single cent that you put in this market. This is something that you need to get across with yourself because this is something that is extremely new, it is extremely risky, and going inside unprepared is a recipe for disaster. Therefore, my personal recommendation and one that I'm doing right now is that I do not invest more than 5 to maximum 10% of my complete stock and investment portfolio because I can afford to lose 5 or 10%. If I go over that, then things could get scary for me and I will probably do something I will regret. And that is something that you need to decide for yourself. But if you are investing an amount which you're biting your nails every time the market dips, or you're completely panicking that you're losing your life savings, then that is you've invested too much. The moment that the market drops 50%, if you're losing sleep, then you've probably invested too much. Okay, so starting off. There are many exchanges that you can use. There are literally hundreds right now. There are some that have a much easier learning curve, like Coinbase or Kraken, while others like Binance, OKX, or some of the more advanced ones would require that you have at least some knowledge of the crypto space. So what I would recommend is that you register with one of these more simple exchanges first. Coinbase is probably the most simple one, even though their fees are rather high. Binance is the most popular one, but the problem there currently is that if you are in the EU, you will not be able to deposit or withdraw money with a bank account. You can only use a credit card, which is not good because credit cards have fees. It means that your investing will be more expensive than it should be. But Binance is by far the most popular and by far it has the most coins available. I personally use a couple of exchanges. I use OKX, I use Binance, I use KuCoin, I use Coinbase as well. A lot of exchanges depending on what you want to buy. But if you want to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is what I would recommend when you're starting, you can use any exchange to do that. Okay, to sum up this part, to start, use a more simple exchange, Kraken, Coinbase, stuff like that. They have less cryptos on offer, but their user interface is much easier to get used to and to use. Then after that, if you think you want to go deeper into this, then think about getting an exchange like OKX or Binance or FTX or whatever you want to use. Those are more advanced, and to use those you would probably need to buy stable coins, which is a cryptocurrency which is pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar. So essentially it is a dollar equivalent. You exchange $1 for one coin of USDT, Tether or USDC, whatever stable coin you want to use. Those are completely equivalent to the dollar. Why do you need to use stable coins? Well, because they are much easier to transfer from wallet to wallet and from account to account than regular money. And usually there is some place that you would need to onboard from. Like I myself, I buy stable coins from Coinbase, and after that I move them to different exchanges where I have more markets and more coins to choose from. But let's leave the stable coin things for later, once you've learned a bit more. So what I will do right now is just open up my phone and show you how to potentially do this, and how to open an account, and how to go in and buy your first crypto. Let's do that. This is the Kraken app, and we'll go ahead and create an account and buy our first crypto. Okay, so just put in the email. Okay, so I've never done this, so I'm doing it with you. Right now it's asking me for my country, and I need to verify my identity, which is something that we did on Trading 212 as well. Go ahead and do that. Need to put in my mobile number. Now you need to upload a photo of your ID or passport or whatever you want to use to verify your identity. And I'll just go ahead and do that right now. You will need a proof of address, which is either a utility bill, a bank statement, a credit card statement, or a proof of residence certificate. And once you have that, you should be good to go. Okay, so we are in and our account is verified. Now I have to deposit basically some euros to buy our first crypto. And I'll go ahead and tap down here with the arrows to deposit, and then euro. Then these different methods. I'll just pick the recommended one. All of these are bank transfers, so I'll just pick the SEPA transfer. Details, okay, continue. This is the account that I need to deposit in. Okay. Now I'll just use my Revolut account and deposit from there, because I think that's gonna be the fastest. Let's do that. Okay guys, so we're gonna buy the crypto right now. I put some euros in my account, just 100 euros to be precise. You can start with any amount. With crypto, it's even easier to start with less money. So that's what we'll do now. I've got my 100 euros here. I'll go to Bitcoin, buy, and I'll just buy 50 euros of it. And swipe to confirm. Boom. There we go. We have 50 euros worth of BTC. I'll go ahead and go buy the Ethereum as well. ETH, where are you, ETH? There you are. Buy 50 euros and confirm. That's it. It's literally that simple. We've got 98 euros worth of crypto in our wallet, 50% Ethereum, 50% Bitcoin. From Kraken, you can actually stake your Ethereum as well. But I'll make a separate video to talk about staking, because I think it's a very important topic. And staking, what it is if you know, like, it's like mining. So it's the ability to basically earn more passive income on your crypto. And it's a very interesting opportunity right now, but we'll talk about it in a separate video. So it's literally that simple. I mean, we just bought our crypto. There's a ton of others, but I would really recommend you just start with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you should be good. That's it. Okay, so we've bought our first crypto. We've bought some Ethereum, we've bought some Bitcoin. Now what? There are a couple of things you can do with it. You can just sit there and do nothing, but what I would recommend is that you can stake your assets, which means that you will be able to earn some passive income while you hold them. Now I'll show you how to do staking in a separate video, because that is a separate topic which might take a while to explain. But for now, you are just better off just holding it and do not try to trade this market, because if you are unexperienced, it's going to cost you money. My recommendation also, if you're an absolute beginner, just stick to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are the safest assets, which will guarantee you some good returns if you hold them for a couple of years at least. At least that's what historically they've done. Now, if you want to dabble in something more risky, I would suggest that you pick something out of the top 10 coins. So that's something like Cardano, Solana, or Polkadot. But my recommendation is take it slowly. Don't rush into the more high risk assets. The lower the market cap of each asset is, the more volatile it is, and the more it swings in price, and the more likely you are to lose your money. Bitcoin and Ethereum for sure won't make you millionaires like that, but it is a good strategy to just multiply your money. So again, think long term, hold, stake, earn passive income, and just enjoy the gains. It's that simple. I would highly suggest that you ignore things like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and things of that nature, which are very meme coinish, which are only and purely driven by hype, and there is no fundamental behind that coin. And to summarize again, if you do not feel comfortable with high risk and high volatility, do not go into this market with large amounts of money. Have a strategy, have a relatively small allocation of your portfolio in crypto, and still be prepared to lose, because losing is possible, and losing if you trade regularly is pretty much a given. Oh, and one more thing. There are a lot of scammers in the crypto community. So anyone who messages you or tries to ask for your passwords or wallet codes or whatever, don't give them away to anyone, even if it appears to be an official account of an exchange or whatever. Scammers are abound, and there are so many, and they're so smart. There is always the next scam which is more advanced. So that is it, guys, for this video. I hope it has given you some value, and whatever you do, remember to have fun. So enjoy it. See you next video.